Jouk-jou, ühesõnaga sõber Renega siin tema põllul siis või noh, siis Rapuuli katsepõllul on ju, et kus me siis katsetame erinevaid sorte. Rene oli nii lahke ja tuli kaugelt maalt siia külla, et talvel ta käis, nüüd käis ka või noh, nüüd tuli ka siis siin kevadel vaatamas, kus me siis oleme omadega, kui hästi head tööd ma teinud olen, on ju. Jah, selline see põld on, kuigi hästi on väga, võib-olla on vähe näha, aga selline ta on ju, et tempoga on, väderstava tempoga on ta külvatud. But Rene, what are your thoughts of this field when you walk by this morning? Yeah.
Karel, first of all, thank you very much for this chance a little bit to speak here about the first impressions directly after this field walk together with Baltic Agro team. It's a very exciting approach with your wide road distance here so up north in Estonia, and we could see already a very well interesting differences between the different varieties. So we have here on one side Janos, a little bit less developed, late regrowth after winter, will start flowering later than our Texas, which we have here, which is one of the earliest one here in that portfolio. So yeah, you set up this trial 15th of August last year. Somehow under these very warm conditions, little bit too early. You invest a lot in plant growth regulation, really intensity, a very intensive regulation to break it down before winter. But we, especially for such early regrowth variety like this Texas, they're reacting very well on this higher temperature accumulation already from autumn time. So what are now the impressions from this field walk? We have seen that you made a very good first fertilization, 110 kilograms, I think, of nitrogen somehow, quite big amount of sulfur. But we still see symptoms of sulfur deficit in the fields. Why? Based on the discussions in the last 2 days and on my driving here in Estonia, we had a nice exchange with this professor lady, Dr. Ute Kropf from Germany, and she explained that very well. We have already these longer and longer days, but it's still cold. The soil is cold, and it takes a higher temperature level for this sulfur metabolism so that it is then really working in the plants. So we could see it already on several spots here in Estonia that these young leaves, the young leaves here on the top, they're showing this light green color. And that's really the clear confirmation for sulfur deficit. So what we can do now, what the farmers should do now to save this yield potential, what we have right now here in the field, magnesium sulfate spraying, additional magnesium sulfate spraying 5 to 10 kilograms with the next spray next week after this cold phase, to support a little bit from the top the efficiency of the sulfur, and in this case also somehow the efficiency from the nitrogen.
Yes, you are on point of that. Yeah, I have the plan to use the magnesium sulfate with also additionally some insecticides and fungicide a little bit, and boron also, and
so you mentioned boron. That is really a good point. Official recommendations saying somehow 500 gram we need per hectare for good rapeseed yield. Our internal opinion is now more and more, it could be even a little bit more than this 500 grams. So twice 150 in the autumn time, twice 150 in the springtime would be even better to supply here a little bit this robustness of the plants, and also to supply then the flowering, the pollination, and then also the further pot development. And you also mentioned fungicide. Ladies and gentlemen, also the fungicide is now a very important point, but we should not overreact. We see here a little bit this stem cracking on these fast growing varieties like Texas with open spots. So after this nice luckily rainfall this night, how much liter you get here? 10 liters, 15 maybe?
It's in millimeters. We
Yeah.
we use in millimeters, but 10 to 11 millimeters yesterday evening.
Yeah.
So, but 2 days before we got 20 millimeters.
Nice.
So,
lucky guy,
yeah.
lucky guy. We are a little bit jealous on you in the north of Germany. So with this little bit open cracking here of these stems, it is then of course a chance maybe then for now for diseases. Phoma can be possible even in crazy cases, botrytis or something like that. Keep an eye on it on your plants. My recommendation would be a sheep application of tebuconazole, 0.7 liter, 0.8. Of course, you can also go up to 1 liter, but more is, for my personal opinion, not necessary. We can save a little bit the money and take it for magnesium sulfate and boron to supply here the robustness of the plants.
Yeah.
So, Karel, let me also ask you two questions. What is then your strategy for the flowering application? Do you make then application in the middle of flowering?
Yeah, for me, for our company, that we have like 1,000 hectares of rapeseed, we need to start a little bit earlier.
Yes.
But the main goal is to like the main flowering stage, like in the middle.
Yeah.
It's the main goal. So
Yes.
yeah, a little bit earlier than the middle part, and of course we the flowering gets on, and
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah. And then fungicide, insecticide?
Yes, also fungicide. I use Revidas this year, and
It's a new one.
that's a new one. Yeah, from last few years I've been using Pictoractive.
Yes.
Yeah, and this year is Revidas. And insecticide is Mospilan, and maybe some contact insecticide as well. Let's see, is there any flies or something like that? So.
Yeah. If you like, you can also play a little bit with some boron on top.
Okay.
It's also possible further supply than flowering, pollination, and so on. You just have to be a little bit checking how you make then the preparation for the spraying.
Yeah.
How you fill it then in your sprayer, and check then finally also then the pH level, so that the insecticide is working. You should also keep an eye on the point of water level. So how much water you are using per hectare then when you spray in flowering?
At least 200. But in the flowering stage, maybe I use like a little bit more, 250 or 300.
That's really recommendable to increase here a little bit the amount of water. Trials from Denmark confirming that more water is a better efficiency. We have a better covering of the full plant to protect against sclerotinia, and also experiences from Germany show if you use not enough water, you can use the best product, but then you're not covering everything, and then you have high risk for sclerotinia infection later than in the field. Last question from my side. How is the situation regarding insects this year?
This year actually it was going crazy. The insects are coming out of the soil, and we use like this yellow buckets,
Yes.
and they are full of them.
Yes.
But then the cold came,
Yes.
like 1 week or something like that, and then the population went down a little bit. And now we have warm weather, so they are still active. But now I've made Detsis Mega. I used Detsis
Yes.
Mega. So and if we are checking the buckets now, then we don't see any. Yeah, we see a little bit, but nothing much.
What I would recommend for you, if you are planning another spraying beginning of next week, keep an eye outside on the field on the rapeseed. Look for example, this pollen beetle. Maybe when the temperature will increase, it could be more active. Then it could make sense to have some additional insecticide spraying before flowering. So and yeah, you are using these yellow dish traps. That's perfect. So keep an eye on that on the field. So Karel, many thanks from my side.
Rene, mis Rene rääkis? Võtan kiirelt kokku, ühesõnaga meil on siis, siin on Jaanoš on ja teine taim on Texas on ja 2 erinevat asju, üks on varasem, teine on hilisem on ju. Mis Rene nii-öelda siin põllu peal ja ta on nagu mujal ka näinud, et meil on põldude peal või rapsitaimedel on siis väävli puudus on ju. See on siis niisugust heledamat tooni ja niisugune kergelt niisugune kollakas, roheline või niisugune värv on ju, et see viitab siis magneesiumi puudusele on ju. Et see on siis tingitud sellest, et ilmselt muld on külm, aga siiski, et seda potentsiaali meil, mis meil rapsitaimedel on praegu, et ära kasutada, tasub mingi magneesiumsulfaat siia pritsi ringesse siis lisada on ju, et siis saada siis maksimum kätte siis sellest taimest on ju. Lisaks tasub neid putukaid on ju vaadelda, seirata, et kas neid on või ei ole. Siukeste varaste sortide puhul või varaste ongi, mis kevadel hakkavad hästi kiiresti kasvama, et on näha, et taimed on siin niimoodi natuke lõhenenud on ju, et sellele jaoks võiks panna siia väikse fungitsiidi on ju, lihtsalt väike kogus niisugust tebukanasooli, mis iganes toote näol see on ju, et mingi 0,7, 0,8 on ju, võib-olla kellelgi rahakott kannatab liiter ka on ju, et halba ta ei tee, aga siiski 0,7 oleks nagu normaalne ja siis ülejäänud raha siis panna siis sinna magneesiumsulfaadi alla on ju. Et siis nii lihtne ta ongi on ju. Ja siis õitsemisaeg, kindlasti kõik teevad ju fungitsiidi, kõik seda teevad on ju, kasutada siis niisugust suuremate veekogust on ju, et 200 miinimum, pigem ikkagi sinna ülespoole kuni 300 on ju. Lisaks siis insektitsiid ka siis on ju muidugi. Ja Renega siin tegelikult soovitas väikest boori kogust ka panna, et ka toetada siis õitsemist on ju.
Then Karel, then I think that's it. Short, quick update directly from the field for you, the community and the farmers here in Estonia.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And looking forward to be here back maybe end of May. Somehow to get a further impression then a little bit after flowering then somehow. And wish you all the best for the coming weeks. Thanks a lot, Karel.
Yeah. Thank you for coming.